The ask. The can I have. That's what we're talking about today. The ask. The all-important question that you are asking someone. You want something from someone. Doesn't matter what it is, but the ask. Why it is so damn important and why we all suck at it. Everyday KT number 258. That's what we're talking about here on KT. So, the ask. The ask, it is asking for the date. It is asking for, a child asking for more candy. It is asking for a raise at work. It is asking for the sale at the job. It is asking for, asking someone's dad for their daughter's hand in marriage. The ask. Asking for better service or more of something at a restaurant or at a hotel. Asking for stuff, asking for things, asking for something. We all suck at it to start with anyway. There are a few people who are really good at it, but for the most part, most people are no good at the ask without significant practice. And there's one very good reason why. Most people are afraid of rejection. They don't want to be told no. So instead of saying, hey, can I get, you want to go out? Instead of being told no, they get to sit there and not ask, and sit there, and that thing sits in their head and mulls around saying, well, I could have asked, but I didn't, so meh. They're afraid of being rejected, being told no, being told, nope, I know that's what you want, but you can't have it. No, you cannot have that. You can't have that extra cookie. You can't have those jelly beans. Or heaven forbid, that Nutella-covered Oreo cookie with the chocolate drizzle. Nope, you can't have any more of those. People don't like being told no. People don't like being rejected. And most people, in my experience anyway, would rather not even ask and just suffer quietly than be told no, and move on. So why does this suck so badly, and what's the problem with it? Well, it hinders your ability to be an awesome person. If you can, and I've struggled with this for a very long time. I'm no good at it. At least I might be better now than I used to be, but I used to really suck at it. I wouldn't ask anybody for anything ever. Even, it didn't matter what it was. I just, no. So, it hinders because, Nathan said it right there, no ask, no get. Especially those of you who are in business, if you don't ask someone if they want to buy your stuff, they're not going to magically show up and say, oh, look, I drove by and I decided that I needed 600 cases of ice cream cones today. Because I have no idea why, but it felt good, and your lucky day because you sell ice cream cones. That does not happen. People don't do that. If you wanted somebody to buy your stuff, no matter what it is, you have to go not only say, hey, check it out, I have boxes of stuff to hang stuff up with. You have to convince them that your stuff is good. You have to convince them that you're not a pain in the butt to deal with. And you have to convince them that they're actually going to want to work with you, not only now, but in the future. So it's hard to get people to do all of that. So instead, most people don't ask. And they deal with the consequences. So you have to be willing to get told no. That the best salespeople in the world get told no all the time. But you know why they're the best? Because they don't sit there and dwell on it. They don't say, oh crap, they told me they don't like my stuff, I must suck. No. They say, oh, they don't want it. Guess what? Person next may be. Person next might want this stuff more than that guy, which means this person is going to succeed more because I know my stuff can help both companies. But the one that said no doesn't get it. The one that said yes, and oh, by the way, they're paying me monthly now, they get what I've got, what I have. And they're going to succeed. And who knows, maybe in a year from now, they'll buy the first company that said no because they, I don't know, didn't see it. So, the ask. You have to ask. Have to. Every child knows how to ask for another cookie. What's the difference between you asking for something you want versus the child asking for a cookie? Okay, the kid doesn't get a cookie, Whoopity-doo. Your ask could be for a raise, a mortgage. It could be for that girl you really, 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 really want to see. You know, you want to go and do something, but you're not asking. So you have to ask. Have to ask. So with that, I'm not even going to get into all of the other bits and pieces about why the ask is so important, because it is. You just have to ask. That means you have to get a pair of balls, or whatever the female equivalent of that is. Get some courage and ask. Because if they tell you no, then you get a no. If you get a yes, then you move on and you get the things that you want. Otherwise, you're screwed. You just sit there and you wallow in your own self-doubt and you get nowhere in life. So go out, ask people what you want, and ask them for it, and be happier. With that, it looks like I've got a good friend who's moving, and I don't know. I gotta go find out. So I'm just going to throw up a Kiltology. I'm going to volume 2. Booyah. Nope, I don't want to read those. Well, these are all the Christmas ones, so I'll go all the way back to the end. So, the ask. So, we had talked several times about the ask. What to do, how to ask, what's going on. And this one applies. Kiltology number 449. Observation. Kilties out there. Pay very close attention to those around you, especially the lasses. Learn to read their body language, signals, and understand what they are trying to say without speaking. For those who are extremely skilled, you can determine everything that could possibly be said in a discussion well before any words are exchanged. Now there's some more interesting, colorful pieces here, but I'll let those of you who have a copy read it for yourself. You get a hell of a kick out of it. Why does that matter? Because the ask. If you pay attention to what you're doing, pay attention to who you're with, and pay attention to what they're trying to do, you'll be able to intelligently ask questions which could then entice them to come to you for assistance. Maybe you have the chainsaw and they have a tree. Oh, you happen to have a lumber company where you cut things down that happen to be trees? There you go. Pay attention. And this will make the ask so much easier because you'll already know what they want. And with that, I'll let you go. You guys have a good night. Tomorrow's Monday. Get some coffee. Have a good time. Be strong. Put a kilt on. Casey, I'll talk to you in a second.